Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. So I know technically the clock has rolled over to the wee hours of Wednesday morning, but for me, it's still Tuesday. So, with that in mind, happy Tuesday, Cancerians. Let's take a look. And because we do have kind of a sunrise backdrop, I did want to look at, what's kind of like giving birth. In Cancer's life, especially following that full moon energy, right? So we may have new love. We may have an apology coming in. This is very lovely energy. It's like dawn at the beach. Beautiful present moment. This is looking good. This is looking like what is rising in Cancerian's life right now is a fresh start and just feeling very like carpe diem, seize the day, be in an energy of being really present in one's life. We have that tip of the hat to the full moon after all. There is something that Cancer doesn't know. I feel like Cancer must have been some kind of like release ceremony or something over the full moon, and they're feeling the impact of that. And they're like, oh my God, I feel so much lighter. I feel so much brighter. I feel like I'm ready to love again, laugh again. I feel like, my life is full of potential. I feel like I'm very, in the moment. But there is something that Cancer doesn't know. This could be they don't know something about Pisces, or they don't know something that an ancestor hasn't yet like nudged them to find out about. But we have an emperor. um, this is what's hidden is an emperor. Is this the future? Is there somebody? We have the sun. It's not too far away in the future because we're back at the beach in this beautiful sunlight. Okay, this is crazy, but I feel like if Cancerian like did some really nice cleanse for themselves, energetically speaking, or they just feel so much lighter and brighter right now. Maybe during our full moon, they chose to, delete old texts, get rid of old stuff that reminded them of an ex, just cleanse their house, sage it, whatever they had to do a chakra alignment. I'm just picturing somebody who like really spent time cleansing body, mind, soul, spirit, and they're feeling amazing. They're feeling ready for whatever next happens in their life, but they're not dissatisfied with where they are in the present. So this is a Cancerian who's just very much, maybe for the first time in a long time, just so clean and content and happy and healthy. And what they don't know, though, is that as much as this seems like it's a single person, maybe because they are in such a beautiful reset energy, maybe that's why they're just about to meet this emperor. But it's like this is not what our character would expect, right? They're in their present. They're not thinking about the future. They're not thinking about meeting somebody almost immediately. I mean, this could literally be that Cancer sets a little, you know, internal clock, and they're like, you know what, I'm going to start getting up and going for a 5-minute walk on the beach every day right as dawn comes up. This my promise to myself. I'm going to breathe deep. I'm going to do a couple of whatever yoga poses, and then move on with my day. And that's going to be like how I just stay really grounded and present and just in my own energy. And maybe that very first morning that they go out to do this, they meet somebody on the beach, they meet an emperor. And it's like, this is not what I had expected. I do not think that Cancer could have expected that they would meet somebody as swiftly as this may happen. Because, I mean, this is all at sunrise, right? When Cancer goes to bed the night before, they're like, I have no clue what tomorrow brings. And Cancer's thinking that they're just going to be in their present moment, and they've made plans, and their plans are just about to change almost instantly. Because I do feel like Cancer is shocked and surprised by the action of this emperor. We have the Magician. Okay, so this could be somebody that has been looking for someone like Cancer for a long time. I'm hearing that song, Someone Like You by Van Morrison. This could be that they have been trying to manifest an opportunity to bump into Cancer. We get the Six of Swords in the reverse and the Three of Wands upright. This is, I'm sorry, this could be an ex, somebody who never got over Cancer. But this could be an ex from a very long time ago. Not the person Cancer just got over, but rather somebody else. Because this all feels like a big hidden and shocking surprise. So I don't think that this is a recent ex, whoever Cancer has just cleansed their energy of. I feel like this is an emperor from long ago, someone who never forgot Cancer, somebody who never forgot about Cancer. And if anything, they have played their cards, always hoping that one day they'd bump into Cancer. Maybe this is accidental. Maybe this is not them going and seeking Cancer exactly, but they happen to see Cancer out there on the beach doing their yoga poses at sunrise, and they take their opportunity. They're like, I have wanted to talk to you for a long time. I had intended to reach out to you at some point. I didn't know when, but you never been out of my mind. I mean, that's how this comes across. Oh my God, this is crazy. This is not at all what I think Cancer expected. This is not. Look, an emperor knows what he wants and he goes after it, right? He had obviously been manifesting a chance to see Cancerian again. King of Swords, I definitely think there's a serendipitous energy to this, because we have, and it could have been somebody from 3 years ago. Specifically, we had that Three of Wands, and now we have these three lines of perfectly, parallel running stars. And now everything just kind of went all wild and woolly. And I feel like this is him. I feel like this King of Swords card is still depicting the Emperor. I feel like the Emperor's last 3 years of their life have been pretty like rudimentary, pretty much like he's been on this path. And then he started to think about Cancer again. And I think Cancer was always there on his mind, but then it was like, should I reach out? No, I shouldn't. Should I reach out? No, I shouldn't. Should I reach out? No, I shouldn't. But I really need to see Cancer. I feel like his desire to see Cancer started to drive this serendipitous meeting to the point of it actually happening. I feel like he's the magician, so he's the one manifesting it. Strong masculine energy in this storyline. And I'm not saying that things are just happening to Cancer. Cancer has choices to make, right? They can choose to reject this Emperor / King of Swords approaching them, or Cancer can say, "Hey, nice to see you. I'm not interested in you anymore." Cancer can shut somebody down if they want to, but it does say what Cancer doesn't see coming is this ex has never forgotten about Cancer, and this seemingly serendipitous opportunity to bump into each other. It's actually, they have wanted this to happen for a very long time. Now, they could be a Virgo, they could be a Gemini, they could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, they could be an Aries, but and we did have Pisces as well. But this is just like, I think that they might be on one hand a little surprised as well. Hanged Man, yeah, they did not expect this to happen right now. I think, why is this happening now, universe? Is it just that it's the right time? Or High Priestess? Okay, so I said it's going to be a surprise to Cancer, but maybe Cancer has recently thought of them as well. This is shared wavelength. Maybe it was a fleeting moment when Cancerian just was like, oh, I'm done with any ex. I totally feel healed. I totally am over my most recent one. But when I think of one recent ex, then it also makes me think of a long ago ex. And you know what? I wish that other person well. That King of Swords. I hope he's doing great. It could be that that's the universe is like, hey, they were energetically calling out to each other. He's been increasingly thinking about Cancer, manifesting meeting up with Cancer, not knowing if he should reach out or not. But then the very second that Cancer mentally thinks of him, it's like it opens up in this case, the red velvet curtains, and it allows the two of their energies to be like, okay, apparently that's the energetic phone call that says, hey, let's bump into each other. I'm ready to talk. And we have the Sun again. So strong Leo energy as well, because we saw the Sun already on their side. I think it's going to make Cancer really happy to see this person. I think they might be stunned at how happy they are. They might even say, oh my God, I just thought of you like yesterday, over this full moon, and I was just wishing you well. Cancer feels very fresh as a daisy, very happy, very calm, very joyful. So this ex that they're about to bump into is not the person that Cancer would be like, oh God, please never let me see them again. I don't think Cancer was pining for this person, but they obviously seem very happy to see this individual. What a nice surprise. We don't usually get nice surprises with exes, right? King of Cups. God. If anything, I think Cancer might also see the same sense of peace and calm in them. You know, God, you're different now. There's an energy to you that's different than it was 3 years ago. You seem more emotionally available. You seem more loving. You seem more at peace, which is great because that's exactly who Cancerian is somebody very much in a peaceful energy. This is also, I feel like Cancer maybe has a lot of old energy, or maybe, sorry, my doggy says that he approves of this union as well. With that Four of Wands, it almost feels like either Cancer almost immediately knows that they could love this person again, or they know in an instant, I'm going to end up with you. I don't know if Cancer says it out loud, but it's pretty obvious. I don't think this storyline needs to go any further because the baby obviously needs me. But this feels very certain. This feels very certain. All right, I'm going to leave this here. I've got to go attend to him. Thanks. Bye, guys. Aries.